welcome to our episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And I'm Richard from Nerdy Chic Universe.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at Simpsons' own Everything Wrong with Star Wars The Last Jedi. Now, we've already said our opinions, Christopher.
Yes, we have.
Richard, Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Oh no, it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay. I really liked the movie. Do you guys want me to get into more detail on that?
No, we agree. We enjoyed the movie too.
Yeah.
We understand the faults people have, but we really did enjoy the movie.
We enjoyed it as well.
We did enjoy the movie.
So, let's just dive right into this, because we'll be able to talk a lot more afterwards and see if they bring up any of the stuff that maybe bother a lot of people, or maybe bother maybe a little bit of us.
Everyone can tell from the title of the video that we're watching Simpsons Everything Wrong with the Last.
Oh yeah.
So I get a feeling, yes, they did.
They found a whole shitload of stuff. So let's sit here again. Let's get this over with for Everything Wrong with Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Dun, dun,
so
dun, dun.
exactly.
Because you know they're going to start up right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Damn. They found a whole bunch of stuff.
Reading. This is where we snuff out the resistance once and for all. How do all the makeup people keep forgetting to put on his twirlable mustache? Incinerate their base, destroy their transports, and obliterate their fleet. Why not just say kill everything?
Resistance ship approaching. Guns and shields in attack mode.
But despite the fact that we're here to destroy all rebel scum here today, we will talk to the pilot of this puny ship, because it will be an amusing situation. Also, the First Order gets distracted by this one pilot, and decides not to go ahead and blow away the rebel base, because inside every Empire First Order bad guy is a capacity for love.
We gotta take out that last cannon or our bombers are toast!
Seriously, one f***ing cannon is gonna be the difference here. These guys barely hit anybody when they have all the cannons.
Work your magic!
BB-8's magic quickly devolves into an electric version of the boy plugging the wall from that one ancient fable I forgot the name.
Oh yeah.
No, Commander, that is an order.
Rabble, rabble, you taught your dread. Rabble, rabble, your face is a mess. This Marty McFly maneuver somehow works.
Bring the bombs!
Resistance bombers approaching. But why? Is every member of this rebel fleet a Poe Dameron ignoring General Leia's orders? This battle sure does go to awfully fast. Like, so fast they should never even have attempted it. I mean, it ultimately ends with one bomber left to drop bombs. They knew there would be fighters. They acted earlier like Poe taking out the cannons would make this easy. Instead, it's more lopsided than Super Bowl 24. This swarming force of First Order pilots were able to knock out these three bomber ships without much problem. But now that there's one left, they suddenly get preoccupied with something off-screen that prevents them from ending this. This remote falls completely past her before she even moves her arm. But because this scene is in slow-mo, this real-life action must also be slow-mo, as she's able to catch it well beyond the point of no return. There's no gravity in space. Hold on. I know I've screwed this up before, so let's try this again. There is no force that would cause these bombs to fall straight down onto the dreadnought like how gravity works on Earth. As we see this once proud dreadnought explode in a cascade of flames, I'm wondering, why are all the other First Order ships useless here? They could fly after the rebel fleet too, right? Why did they put all their eggs in the dread basket? They can't get away, Supreme Leader. We have them tied on the end of a string. Why wouldn't Snoke know that already, though?
Oh yeah, this
Favorite
Wait,
part.
You mean Luke didn't just stare at Rey and a lightsaber for 25 minutes like he did at the end of The Force Awakens? She took a tiny step backwards after handing it to him, but it must have been a forced step, because now she's a dozen feet away. This moment completely undermines the ending of The Force Awakens, and does so for a throwaway joke.
I love that!
He's given up on the Force at this point.
I
You don't
fucking
need this
love
guy
that
to sell it.
scene.
He could hand it back to her solemnly and accomplish the same thing story-wise, but you wanted to subvert audience expectations. A disease that infects this entire film, actually. Discounting walks. Look, if you want Luke to be disillusioned and turn away from the Force, fine. But Rey just told him his goddamn sister center, and they need his help. He's not even going to ask about the details? Just, wait a minute, I have angst over here.
You think that I came to the most unfindable place in the galaxy for no reason at all?
No, but I do wonder why you left a f***ing map to this unfindable place if you didn't want to be found. Movie vaults. Unpasteurized stainless iron milk. But was there any reason he needed to pole vault to the other side of the lagoon? The bottom pointy end of that stick is in the same place when he's on the original cliff as it is after he's vaulted. He just lifts it slightly and slams it down onto a fish. There's no reason he couldn't have done that at the start and skipped the Jedi decathlon.
They sent me here with hope.
But not Empire or Jedi? Jeez. Just imagine going on a trip with only A New Hope and Mr. Megorium's Wonder Report.
There were heroes on that mission.
A slap, a supposed demotion, and a couple verbal burns. I honestly think Leia is being way too easy on Poe here. He literally literally caused the death of like half the fleet.
They found us.
That's impossible.
This comes seconds after Leia showed off her fancy homing beacon Apple Watch. Seconds. Also, this should be the biggest duh moment for Poe here, right? They are obviously tracking you, even if the tracking through lightspeed thing is supposed to be impossible.
Can we jump to lightspeed?
We have enough fuel resources for just one jump.
Fuel? Is this the first mention of the concept of fuel in Star Wars? I sure don't remember Han in the original trilogy ever having to worry about fuel, certainly not for jumps to lightspeed. And Rey just took the Falcon supposedly halfway around the universe looking for Luke. But this ship only has enough fuel for one more jump? Jesus. Because Snoke ship and Evil Fleet all come out of hyperspace here instead of over there, this entire movie is allowed to take place. Ships in this universe only have 2 speeds, faster than f***ing light and impulse power. Unnecessary spinning. Yes, only Poe and BB-8 survived that hangar explosion. What a lucky narrative break. This explosion doesn't kill Leia, nor does getting sucked out into space.
What is the point of all this if we can't blow up 3 tiny cruisers?
Hux would be excellent at cinema.
Delighted, sir. They can't lose us, but they can keep at a range where our cannons are ineffective against their shields.
F***ing infuriating writing right here. Suddenly, and for the first time in all of Star Wars, ships struggle to catch up to other ships, depend on fuel, have limited jumps to light speed, have impulse speed based in part on their weight, all so we can have some kind of near but far ballet of characters.
They won't last long
God
without
damn.
fuel
I
like
get a lot of
this.
your
God
points.
damn it, I pinpointed the moment I gave up on modern Star Wars movies, and it was the fuel. It was the fucking fuel implications of The Last Jedi for these movies to actually show Leia doing something with the Force other than telepathic communication. Also, I truly don't care if you want to introduce new Force powers, but a little explanation goes a long way. Especially when said new power is literal space resurrection. Isn't she unkillable now? Where's the danger?
They didn't even dive right into that.
One space resurrection.
It was-
Cute when the Borgs give Chewie grief as he's about to eat their friend. But where were these assholes back when Chewie was killing their friend? Or plucking their friend?
That's Admiral Holdo? Battle of Chiron Belt, Admiral Holdo?
Dude, how do you not know what such a famous person looks like? Star Wars is weird. It's like a long time ago in a galaxy far away. But they have super advanced space travel and weapons technology. Yet no one's invented the photograph.
Captain, Commander, you can call me whatever you like. I just want to know what's going on.
Of course you do.
So begins the completely unnecessary and runtime bloating let's not tell Poe what's
Yeah,
going on.
thank
Begins
you. Yeah, I
the
hate
side
that
quest
shit.
adds an extra 30 minutes to this movie plot point.
What are you
Could just
doing?
told him right there.
Hello everyone, meet Rose. Rose is an escape pod guard. It's as if you can't just lock up the escape pod bay and require high-level access key cards to get in.
That's true.
Also, she's the last line of defense here. She's lucky a whole bunch of deserters don't come down here, overpower her, and just launch multiple escape pods off the ship. Holy, she stunned him without even giving him 1 second to explain. After just fangirling over him, she has no chill.
We destroy her and disable the tracker without them realizing.
They
that we
won't
can-
realize it's off for 1 system cycle. About 6 minutes.
What? What's a system cycle? So you can turn off a main bridge Class A system, but no one notices until the computer does, what, a sweep of the ship for any changes to processes? And the ship is so huge it takes 6 minutes? F***ing hell. This movie knows where it wants all its characters to be at certain times, but gives zero shits about how and why they get there. Wait, they're having the secret Against Orders mission debrief in General Leia's hospital room? The f***? Hey, I know a spot where no one will pay us any mind. Follow me.
If I must be the sole voice of reason, Admiral Holdo will never agree to this plan.
I hate you.
Could I
I
do it?
hate you.
Of course I could do it, but I can't do it.
Yeah, sure. I make this easy, right? Real life doesn't have easy answers, but a nice simple plan using Maz is exactly what this movie needed. And instead, the plot will divert to a whole other planet and make this movie just as long as Transformers: The Last Night.
He's a master codebreaker, an ace pilot, a poet with a blaster.
Jesus, lady, neither you nor they have the time for this kind of flowery
And they don't even
action-filled
use the fucking
exposition.
guy.
Yeah.
You'll find him rolling at a high-stakes table in the casino on Canto Bight.
He plays there 24 hours a day. They let him bang chicks and sleep right there. Believe me, there is never a time that that guy isn't at that table. Also, what's his game? Can you at least tell them what game he likes to play at this high-stakes table?
You're not doing this. The effort would kill you.
Foreshadowing. Sorry, that pun was pretty forced. I forced myself to stop. Holy did we just stumble into the Dark Crystal?
I was cleaning my blaster, it went off.
This is exactly the excuse I would tell my ex-girlfriend whenever she called me.
Caretakers. Island natives. They've kept up the Jedi structure since they were built.
Do they live forever? Are there male caretakers here, or do they reproduce with spores? Also, this kind of sounds like slavery. Like a powerful dude getting his inherited cleaned and fixed by the rag-clothed natives of whatever place his ancestors decided to build their religious temple. No one will be seated during the climb up Kung Fu Panda mountain staircase.
You went straight to the dark.
Yeah, but you made your exile camp on top of the Jedi Temple that was built on top of the Dark, so...
Fleet's only got 18 hours of fuel left. We gotta hurry.
How is there even enough fuel for your little hyperspace journey to Space Vegas? You went from not eating these things to allowing them to tear up the bridge of the Falcon in about an hour.
You call me a monster.
You are a monster.
Seriously, the most compelling this movie gets is these strange forced time calls between Rey and Kylo.
That's true.
Instead of exploring that further, it's just being used as a reason to let them fight together for one scene later and then be enemies again. What? You're telling me that the Force can teleport matter now?
I told you, I said, this is a public beach. You can't park that shuttle here.
These motherfuckers honestly couldn't find one place to park their shuttle that wouldn't cause trouble for them later.
That is
also,
true.
keep in mind that right after they parked way down here on this beach, they had to run to this casino, which is miles away. I understand these rich dicks wouldn't allow them to park it right there at the casino. There had to be a better plan than this.
Ma said this master codebreaker would have a red palm bloom on his lapel.
Because she knew he would never change his jacket, for sure. Gotta tell ya, these discount horse things just took me right out of the movie. Right out of the universe of Star Wars. They are so out of place here, I'm expecting to they're trying to find this master codebreaker, a guy they need to find fast, and risk parking their ship on a public beach to find. But sure, we have time for a lesson about how terrible this town is.
I wish I could put my fist through this whole lousy, beautiful town.
And film it, and upload it to Pornhub. CB, hey, did you guys not shoot any coverage? Why did you just give me that close-up of her staff mere centimeters from the rock, only to cut straight to a wide shot of her and her staff several feet away from the rock? Movie continues to go out of its way to make these caretakers lives miserable.
Their medical circuit is out of fuel, and its shields are down.
Gotta ask, since we just saw Finn and Rose flying through hyperspace a minute ago in this cruiser, can the rebels not take fuel from all the smaller ships and hook up the medical frigate with it? Or is this some Star Wars thing that only Star Wars people know, where everything uses different kinds of fuel?
Unless you got a thief in your pocket, our plan is shot. I can direct.
Finn and Rose just happen to get thrown into the cell where the Collector is, and yeah, he knows how to do this that they need done. Why not? I mean, after all, Maz told us only one person in the universe could do it, so stumbling on another person shouldn't be too hard. It's amazing how far this movie went to make a throwaway joke. This guy with this talent has just been sitting here, biding his time until the right rescuer came along. There's a f***ing sewer grate in the middle of the prison walkway. That's right, folks. Not a jail set up with regular plumbing or anything, but an actual goddamn escape sewer. Also, could these assholes not be bothered to replace the grate on either side of their escape route? Maybe make it somewhat hard to find out where you went?
That's true.
Stop enjoying this! Stop enjoying this!
Oh, Finn, I am decidedly not enjoying this. So these giant horse goat things just run head first through walls? I guess they know they'll be able to bust through and won't slam into steel or concrete. Good for them.
Our ship's on the beach! Straight ahead!
Does he think she's controlling this f***ing thing? Wait, is the movie saying she is controlling it? Heroes really fall off a cliff and slide right to the edge of their deaths, cliche. How the f*** did DJ get a ship and find them? This motherfucker is a luck dragon. Tell Falcor I said hello.
Oh, wow.
left!
I guess Disney is on a quest to cast Benicio del Toro in as many of their franchises as possible in roles that seem more important at first than they really are.
Yeah.
Let the past die, kill it. If you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
And that, my friends, was the mantra recited during the writing of this script in direct relation to the Star Wars franchise. You gotta admire the balls on this movie. I almost want to remove Sins for it being so ballsy, but you know how we do.
My parents, please.
Ryan Johnson's Star Wars troll. You can now roll the footage from A Few Good Men here.
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle
Handle the truth.
I thought I'd find answers here.
So did I. But hey, at least you found some mirrors.
If I go to him, Ben Solo will turn.
She seems super sure about this after spending basically the entire movie whining about how she doesn't know anything about the Force and what's going on inside. Yoda? And Ghost Yoda waited a long other time to make another appearance. Also, Yoda looks like an actor who actually died in real life, and then they found archive footage to put it in this movie.
you!
If Jedi can do this, then they should have been a lot more helpful in the last two trilogies.
But that library contained nothing that the girl Rey does not already possess.
Grammatically, this is a clever way of disguising whether or not the library itself and the text therein were ever actually important.
4 parsecs to go. This thing really clicks.
I guess. Aren't you going at light speed? Isn't that the same for all ships?
It's just their main cruiser now.
And their fuel reserve?
Our experts say it's at maximum storytelling levels, sir.
Tell us that we have a plan. That there's hope.
I swear to fuzzy Zeus on a cracker, if one more person says hope, I'm going to lose my Star Wars movies are hereby forbidden from ever
using the word hope.
You cast soccer player Hope Solo in a movie, you better f***ing change her name in the credits.
I'm serious.
We're on our way back to the fleet.
How in the hell are they having this radio conversation while in light speed? Ruled so far?
That was so hard.
Weird. That one shield just blipped. I guess there's no reason to radio down and have somebody check that out.
So a stormtrooper and a who now? Or you mean what?
You mean to tell me that Poe, who proudly gave Finn his name, still refers to him as a stormtrooper? And doesn't she know who the Finn is?
You have bet the survival of the Resistance on bad odds and put us all at risk?
Considering this is her response to finding out about Finn and Rose's side mission, no, he didn't.
Thank you!
An entirely detached mission for a couple folks that might ultimately aid the Resistance's fight, while not detracting them from their current battle even one bit. Mutiny! Full-blown mutiny. All because Holdo didn't share her plan, and Poe thinks he's Resistance Jesus, and they're all wrong.
Clear the bridge. Escort the officers down to the hangar.
This movie totally rips off Crimson Tide here in the middle of the third act, and I'm pretty sure it's just to stretch the runtime of an already bloated movie.
That one's a troublemaker. I like him. Me too.
Oh, you do not.
Yeah, fuck you!
The traitor disobeyed orders, started a mutiny, and other than looking like Oscar Isaac,
Yeah. I'm sorry, that's just...
Big ship. They're not monitoring for the transports. So we could slip down to the surface unnoticed and hide till the First Order passes.
Yep, and why couldn't Holdo tell him that again? The fear of a mole being on the ship, that would have made this whole surprise make sense.
Thank you.
Instead, Holdo made a known troublemaker panic about the situation and forced his hand to try
Fucking thank you!
Plan. Also, Holdo's plan relies on the First Order not tracking their transports.
Thank you again!
It also suggests that they would never suspect the rebels to board escape pods once they got within firing range. That they'd just sit there during an attack and die peacefully. The First Order does know about escape pods, right? It was a big plot point in A New Hope that helped destroy the Empire. Also, couldn't they also see you with their eyeballs? You're not close.
He said that, not.
You're a couple dozen escape capsules leaving a main ship. They f***ing see you, right? Why are they marching prisoners to the main launching bay?
I see him turning the lightsaber to strike true.
While this turns into one of the movie's signature scenes, I've got to wonder about the nature of this action. Snoke can obviously sense Kylo's intentions. So how is he able to tell Snoke he intends to kill Rey while making a deliberate action to kill him at the same time without being found out? Awesome. Even remove a sin-worthy. But who the f*** was Snoke? We built this guy up throughout the first movie, and now we're killing him near the end of the second one without an ounce of explanation as to where he came from. By the way, whatever happened to the Knights of Ren? Didn't they exist? Weren't they a thing in The Force Awakens? Where the f*** did they go? This is the way action should basically work. Minimal cutting and a well-choreographed fight, with no shaky cam or extreme close-ups of random things. I hope other directors are watching.
Execution by blaster is too good for them. Let's make this hurt.
It only took us 9 minutes of movie time to figure that out, so why not drag out their deaths even longer so that something might save them? Also, for f***'s sake, can the movie make one logical decision? These two are not major Resistance figures. Phasma hates him because of personal reasons, but these are not the kind of Resistance heroes you'd say this about.
I meant to see was... Fuck!
Oh! All the people important for the story are still alive after Holdo's lightspeed badassery.
I meant that scene was badass!
Phasma and this cadre of stormtroopers still care about killing Finn and Rose after all that. And by the way, wasn't Phasma giving the order to kill them just before the Holdo maneuver? Are you telling me that after that she brushed herself off, went to another part of the ship, rounded up some stormtroopers, then came back to kill them? Finn has been wasted this whole movie, so let's have him square off at the end against Phasma, who has also been wasted this whole movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone needs to get Snoke's legs and age it, because they have amazing dramatic timing. How long have these TIE fighters been shooting at Snoke's ship, currently being flown by Finn and Rose, and can't hit it until the last minute? The First Order, true to form, lands binocular distance away from the Rebel base, rather than simply landing right next to the giant metal wall that they are going to spend the next 15 minutes slowly approaching.
It's the only way in. Or up.
I guess the Rebels didn't care much about fire codes and when it came to building this base. It's a hefty fine. No wonder they didn't last long. I can't send this enough. How far away these assholes landed from the base. The Rebels have flown for quite some time at this point, and those First Order dicks are still ants on the horizon. Oh yeah, there's also a bunch of ice walls on this planet. It's like the brainstorming session where no suggestionist mock somehow became the actual writer's room. F***ing Rose. Why the f*** did she do this? He's sacrificed himself to save hundreds of people, and she does this. If she was going to do something that was going to potentially end her own life, why didn't she just crash headfirst into the cannon instead of preventing Finn from doing it? Now you f***ed everybody, Rose. I hope you're happy.
That's how we're gonna win. Not fighting what we hate. Saving what we love.
Also, letting someone smash into a cannon that would have saved hundreds of lives would have worked too. But sure, what an empowering message of stupidity. Fucking Michael Bay.
Fucking Michael Bay.
Nice for Luke to tell them that before he went out to confront Kylo. Maybe even tell them where some exits are. Or hell, maybe even help create an exit, since apparently Jedi are like God now. But I guess having Poe figure it out for himself and figuring Rey would come to save the day was good enough.
And when I killed you, I will have killed the Last Jedi.
Roll credits. Surprisingly close to the credits, though. Well, I guess we need to read the big book of Jedi tricks that have never been in one movie up until now, 7th edition, to understand how Luke is projecting himself light years away from this spot. No. So the bracelet or necklace or whatever that Luke gave Leia was also a hologram, even though it looks and acts like a physical thing, and I have a number of questions about it. But Luke died like 3 minutes ago. But I guess this explains why we lose 21 holograms when we die.
Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master.
How the f*** did they hear this story already? Casual Jedi.
Thank you! I knew it!
Yeah.
Part of me knew it! He didn't just grab it, he force grabbed it.
Yeah.
Fuel and in my hands again! Message from
So you want to be a cinephile. You want to deepen your love of film while expanding your horizons into new styles, genres, influencers, auteurs? Want to feel like you're in on a cool secret?
Oh, what he
Get out of
whispered
the
to me in
$5
that
bin at the
movie.
Superstore and get your ass to Mubi.com/cinemasins.
You understand? Sir, yes, sir! Well, thank you very much!
Mubi is a movie streaming service with one goal: introduce you to great cinema. They offer a hand-picked selection of the best films from all over the world. Indie films, foreign films, classics you've never heard of, experimental films, lesser-known movies from iconic directors. Mubi's experts introduce a new film that they love every single day, and every movie stays on the platform for a full month. And Mubi works great on your PC,
Like
tablet, mobile device, and even your smart
top
TV.
people in the
So no
industry.
matter where you are, you always have access to 30 great hidden cinematic gems.
Oh, they have the internet on computers now.
And right now, CinemaSins fans can get a full month of movies for free. Do you know how many movies you can see in that 30 days? No, Amelie. Like, way more than that. Like, 60. And it's all free for a whole month. That's $0 and a complete and total lack of sense. But plenty of sense, because free always makes sense.
You see everything, don't you?
I do what I can.
Just head to movie.com/cinemasins to sign up and start exploring the handcrafted selection of some of the best films ever made. We love it, and we think you will too.
Take that ridiculous thing off.
Oh, the mustache! Airplane.
Is unconscious, but recovering.
Just like Gerald Ford.
That spark, this resistance must survive.
We're going to live on! We're going
to survive!
Today,
we celebrate our Independence Day!
That human being is out of his mind!
Oh, God.
You're so stupid, Rose! Why did you do that? Why?
That's Star Trek joke.
I think so.
Yes. You're an errand boy sent by grocery clerks.
Yep, those are the shuttle partners. Don't tase me, bro!
Top good. Oh boy. They brought up a lot of good fucking points.
Dude, the whole not telling Poe thing.
That was a main thing right there.
That bugged a lot of people about it. And honestly, the only thing where I can see them fans nitpicking is the stuff with the fuel and how the ships work at light speed. I can see fans nitpicking that.
Yeah, but I think one of the major things, of course, is the whole side adventure we get with Rose and Finn. Because I was like, why do we need that? That we really didn't need that whatsoever.
Yeah, but Disney's plan is to get Benicio del Toro in every little bit of their film franchise as possible.
Honestly, I still agree that just basically it was the whole why. You know, the only problem I ever had with this movie was why did they not just tell Poe?
Yeah, that's that.
Plan?
I think that was the number one issue with this film was that if she would have at least told Poe what was going on, then it would have been gone. It would have been different.
And the only reason she did is just because Finn could have a fucking storyline.
Yeah, but Finn can have a story. Yeah, Finn can have have a reason why he's like he has to fight now for it instead of always running away. It's like they could have done something so much more better with that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I see why Mark Hamill said they could have taken his character in a different direction with this.
Yeah.
They could have.
Honestly, I thought, of course, where she uses the light speed to destroy the Dreadnought.
That scene was like one of the best scenes of the film.
Snoke's ship.
Yeah, when she does that, you're like, did she just fucking use light speed against it? Are you?
Yeah,
like,
it was
what?
really impressive.
I mean, they even had to put warnings to let people know, warning around. You know, there will be a point in this film there is no sound because people were complaining, going, "There's no sound." So certain movie theaters were starting to do that, where they're like, "Hey, there's no sound here," pretty much, just to let you guys know that it's intentional for the film to have no sound at this point.
Yeah, but overall, we definitely agree with a lot of the points they said. Like I said, the only thing fans will probably nitpick is on the technology and the fuel reserves thing.
Yeah, the smaller little things there.
And I'll be honest too, I hate when they consistently use the word hope.
Yeah, it's
I swear to God, if they call her Hope Solo or something in the next one, they better change that shit in the credits.
Yeah. Actually, I was gonna say the only other funny thing is that oh good God, I was such a Star Wars fanboy back in the day, and that I remember back in like the X-Wing and TIE Fighter games when you could use hyperspace on certain vehicles.
Yeah.
One of the things it would not let you do is if there was something like a ship in the way, you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And now we see why.
No. Oh, the game would not let you do it. So I don't know if I don't know what safety protocols she had to disable, but yeah, basically that would be a thing where they, and the explanation they kept giving was that it's because it wouldn't work. You need clear open space just for the thing to work.
Yeah. That means she probably disabled something for it to work. That's all. That's the only explanation there. But it's like there's like the menial little things, pretty much.
Well, again, the only hint they ever gave to this was back in A New Hope.
Yeah.
When they were trying to escape from Tatooine, and Han was all like, without precise coordinates, we could pass right through a star or bounce into a supernova.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as he was basically going. You know, because that was when Luke was freaking out. It's like, we got freaking Star Destroyers on it.
Yeah.
You know, and there's shots being fired, and they're like, why aren't we going yet? It's like, and that's why.
Yeah, but overall, we definitely agree with the points they made. We still found it to be a good movie overall, regardless of what has been said here. We still don't feel a good movie overall. Hopefully, they don't fuck it up with Episode 9.
Exactly.
So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk some more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about cinema sins, hit the subscribe button, or Star Wars. Hit the subscribe button down below, and that bell icon as well.
Excuse me. Let us know what you guys thought of this Cinema Sins. Pretty much, did you agree with it, or there was so much more that you wouldn't mind them to bring up or talk about? Let us know in the comments down below. You can put down some of the stuff that bothered you, really. You know, certain specifics maybe that bothered you with The Last Jedi. Let us know down there. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall. But most importantly, thank you for watching.
And if you guys want to check out any of the stuff we do over at Nerdy Chic Universe, you'll find our channel link down in the description below.
Yeah, so until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And I'm Richard from Nerdy Chic Universe.
And this has been a very Star Wars filled episode of SRB.
See you
later.
John.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
as well as our other shows,
click the playlist down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can check us out on Twitter.
As well as Stardust.
@SuperReactBros.